safety concerns, as we said, are now growing in the city of Lviv, that is in western Ukraine, after Russia launched missile strikes there. That city has been seen as a safe haven and until now had, for the most part, been spared from Russia's bombardment during this war. ABC News foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli joins me live now from Lviv. And Maggie, I see you're out there on the streets. I just want to know, did you hear this attack, and what can you tell me about the city's response to it?
Yeah, Terry, this is something we've been fearing here in Lviv since the start of the war. And I can tell you, just walking down the street, pretty much every conversation we hear of people here in Lviv is mentioning this explosion. I think it's really shaken people this morning. You know, it happened at that airport in a building. It was just 4 miles from the city center. Our producer actually was able to take a video of the plume of smoke from the attack from her hotel room, right where we're staying. It happened at dawn this morning. And again, not only is it concerning that it happened so close to us here in Lviv, but also so close to the Polish border, just 50 miles from Poland, a NATO country. That huge concern, Terry, that as this war escalates, it's getting closer and closer to NATO. If they cross that line, how will the U.S. respond? So a lot is on the line this morning, Terry.
And Maggie, you're out there. I've been to that beautiful square there. What's going on there? What are all the strollers there?
Yeah, I know, Terry, you've been here. You've seen, like you said, just such a gorgeous square. But behind me, you notice there's 109 baby carriages. This is a protest. You know, the international community has sent so much aid here to Ukraine. But the one thing so many officials and people here in Ukraine are asking for is to close the sky. And this protest is demanding that each of these baby strollers represents one child that Ukrainians today have died in this war. It's a powerful look, Terry. It really brings home just the sheer number of children we think we've lost. It could be even more than this. The mayor here was just here a couple moments ago. He calls each of these baby carriages, you know, one lost little angel. And this is what they're hoping will motivate people to actually close the sky. And Terry, I have to tell you, it's been emotional because you see these 109 empty strollers behind me. Just beyond that, there's actually someone blowing bubbles for a bunch of little kids that are shouting and jumping around, trying to find some joy right now. The juxtaposition of the joy of children next to these 109 empty strollers, it's hard not to feel it standing here right now, Terry.
It sure is. And that plea to close the sky now a more piercing and poignant plea in Lviv because of this attack. As I say, for the most part, it had been a safe haven. Lviv is where a lot of journalists, a lot of embassies, a lot of humanitarian organizations have located, given what's happening in the rest of Ukraine. What kind of impact can this attack have on all of that work?
Yeah, I think that's a huge concern right now, Terry. Like you said, this is where so many people have come to find some type of safety in Ukraine. A lot of people we've met that were displaced from the east, from the south, from Kyiv say they feel safe here. They want to stay in their country. They want to fight in any way that they can. But if Lviv becomes unsafe, it continues to escalate, get more and more dangerous, what's next? And we already know so many refugees have left Ukraine. More than 3 million people have already exited this country. If those attacks move west, if they hit more in Lviv, more people are going to leave. We already have a refugee crisis, but Terry, it could really only just be getting started.
And those refugees, you know, have come through Lviv and in fact have stayed. Many people, I guess, have stayed in Lviv. So what does this mean, this attack today, this major attack? As I say, there have been other bombardments of various facilities around Lviv. But this looks, along with Russian rhetoric, as the beginning of the targeting of the West, which had been something of a safe haven. Yeah. What does it mean for the humanitarian crisis in the country?
Yeah, it's only going to escalate from here, Terry. You know, as you said, there are so many NGOs. We've met with UNICEF, we've met with the Red Cross, we've met with Samaritan's Purse. They're all set up right here in Lviv. I think every major network in the U.S. and Europe, around the world, they're all set up here in Lviv. So as this war creeps west, the big question is, how are journalists going to keep covering what's happening? How are humanitarian aid, how are NGOs going to keep helping these people? You know, hundreds of thousands of displaced people and refugees pass through Lviv now every day. The city has purposely tried to stay open to help this influx of people. I mean, we were out yesterday talking to some people in the street. We were actually looking for someone who had grown up in Lviv. It was tough to find them, Terry, because everyone we met was from somewhere else. They were from Kyiv. They were from the south. They were from the Eastern Front. So many people that are here right now have already been displaced once. If they're displaced again, it's just adding to this humanitarian conflict, Terry.
Yeah, it sure is. Maggie Rulli, we're very glad you're there, and it looks like we need to reemphasize, stay safe, you and all our team. Thanks very much.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.